the edge of a cornfield. It's a good little funnel with some security cover. I don't know. Might be a crapshoot. I'm tired. But you never know. We'll see what happens. Well, pretty good morning sit. Snuck in here kind of blind. I've scouted it and hunted it before, but it's been 2 years. It's usually really good on a corn rotation, and we do have corn back there on the private land and then back that way. And I set up hoping the deer would come up through the security cover and cut this line here and shoot them out this way. I'm only about 5 feet off the ground in this tiny tree. Every time I shift my weight, the whole thing moves on me. So that was fun. I had a deer wind me in the morning, and then the wind finally shifted. Right before light, another deer came up, and she got so close. She was, I don't know if you can see it, right over there. It was dark still, but I could tell it wasn't a big buck. I got a bunch of historical and fresh rubs coming down here. The problem is I didn't realize there's a really nice trail. I don't know if you can see that right here. I've seen quite a few does out there on the private, worked back into the corn. And then I had that other doe hook all the way around and then come down this trail, and she got very close. My GoPro's been acting up, so I don't know if I got her on camera, but she stood there and stared forever. And I think the problem is she saw my climbing stick, which I put on this side, trying to hide it from the deer over there. So anyway, she circled back and then bedded there for maybe 15-20 minutes. Chewing on her cud. And some raccoons came in and pushed her out of here. But I'm gonna go ahead and get down. I have to go back through more bedding to get back to the truck, so I'm gonna blow this whole place up, so I might as well scout it while I'm in here. This is where those does both stopped. And my stick's actually not terribly bad. So there's my stand. I was standing up. I'm thinking I was skylit right here. And so the spot is really good on the other side, but right here, when you're in this little bedding area, that was a bad call. Just wanted to show you this other side too. If the deer came down where I wanted them to, between this gap, there's my stand. Much more hidden with all that back cover. Because I'm on the edge, when they came from inside, I was very exposed. Let's go look at where she laid down. Oh yeah, they use this a lot. It's all wore down to the dirt. There's deer hair in it everywhere. And the leaves are actively falling right now. So, and I was sitting on the other side of all this brush, so she never saw me when she bedded down. But it just didn't look right when she was going down the trail. So if I come back in here, I'm gonna have to go up the trail more and maybe sit somewhere up there for this to work. Yeah, this is a good trail. More fresh rubs. I may have to come back here. There's another one. I think I'm too late for this spot though. All the leaves have fallen. And all the beds in here. On this spot, like there's a bed there. It's full of leaves. There's a nice trail here coming off the corn. These rubs are not super high, but a lot more fresh than some of those other ones. That's gonna be my tree right there. I'll have to sit low so I don't get skylit, but it's about 20 yards to this spot. If you follow this trail up even further, that's where the bedding is. Way up back there where I was. And so this will cut them off earlier. And I shouldn't be exposed. So I think this is a much safer bet. Maybe come back here in a week and hunt it in the morning. Yeah, just about to head back out. It's hot. September 28th, 85 degrees. Won't be able to hunt for a while. And I don't have a ton of time this evening, and I have an early morning, so I can't go super deep on public or anything. We're gonna go back to that private land brook again and see if something comes out and takes a drink of water. Really doubt I see bucks again. I think they're starting to disperse now, but it could still happen. But I'm getting a little antsy, so we might just shoot a doe tonight. Fingers crossed. That was close. First of all, I don't know what I got for footage. My GoPro's been acting weird. Like getting hot and overheating. So I don't know if I have to buy a new one or not. But regardless, I went out there. A doe ended up coming right under my tree, looked straight up, and got nervous. I was surprised she didn't bust out, and she just walked back and forth behind me for a while. Before ultimately circling back around to come in because she needed water. You could tell she wanted that water pretty bad. But I was not patient enough. I was very patient, didn't move through all that whole process. She faked out coming into the water multiple times. Finally, I thought she was going to commit, so I drew back, and she wasn't. She was still hesitating. So I ended up staying drawn for a while, and I had to draw down, and then she heard that and busted out of there. So real close to getting her. Waited another 20 minutes and actually tried rattling. Really light tickles, make it sound like it did the other night when I heard them sparring. Waited 9 minutes, did it again, and as soon as I started doing it, I heard a crash and something comes sprinting towards me. I hope I got it on camera. I quick turned it on, and it was a little buck came flying out, and I didn't know what it was, so I was excited, and I drew back, came out, drew back down, and it just worked its way out. Then I was checking my GoPro to see if it was still working, and while I was looking at it, I look up, and a second buck is coming. came in, followed actually my scent trail all the way down to the base of my tree and sniffed the ladder. So I'm not gonna be able to get away with using that spot again, but he ended up working off, and then he went back to where the other buck was, and they quick sparred for a little bit themselves. So that was pretty cool. I think I didn't think that rattling would work at all, and I'm surprised it did. So that's another tool for the toolkit. Lessons learned with that bow, or with that doe. I should have been a little more patient. Let her come all the way into the water, let her drink, and then draw. So next time.